Yeah, my brothers and sisters, talofa. O te tula ia tui lo waka me o whalau. I tō runga le nei tula. Mori atu le ngā whawhatai o le nei ava noa whaaro ua atu ina mai e whai atu ai fo se muri maua wale ma mawhutanga ma le uso i atu mua. So, o au e se le skai ingo al whai mora au mori maungi ea so se kulola wale mamano e hawhia. Ia, ma ko mei ni ngā o i ame kukuhila po ia e whaafakasi fo le whai ngā mako o mako kanoa. E pia whaalawa ia le whasa moa le ngilisi, ia te whaalawa o le ngilisi le whasa moa. So bear with me. So me and my brother Stumer, right? I mean, we go way back, like way back, preschool. I named one of my sons after this guy. It's my son Stumer. He's the one with the fake crisscross braids. Sorry, too old. So, yep, that's how far back we go. So, for the record, if anybody questions, you know, Tumua's BFF is in the building today. It is. So, Tumua and I, we attended our Auntie Yasso's preschool, you know, when we were 3 and 4. So it is that two-story building. I don't know if anybody here, I'm pretty sure some of us is familiar with the two-story building that is close to the Papayaya Elementary. So that's where we're at when we went to preschool. It felt weird when we got to high school because that was the hangout spot, you know. When we got to high school, it was later known as the pad or Falupuna. So, yes, one of the highlights in my life was when we were in the 2nd grade. Tumua's family and my family, we took a trip over to Apia, you know, to get sealed in the temple with our families. And just the memories, I think that was one of the funnest times in our lives. Our parents didn't have to spend any money on us. Well, my parents didn't have no money, so anyway, so what we did was we would go and collect empty bottles, or so we would do that every day. Sometimes people are just barely halfway through drinking their bottle. So we would go to the store, get our little twisties, and you know so in Upolo they call it Topsies, and that was one of the great memories that I had of Stumer was that trip. You know, just being, you know, somebody that you grew up with and being in a different place or island, and just, you know, just being with families. And so we've had a lot of shares of sleepovers and, you know, primary practices for Mother's Day or Lokameji and all that. You know, we would go, just get it over with, can't wait so we can go back to playing basketball or at the Malayan. So, but speaking of Komais, I just wanted to mention like a small detailed memory of what I remember of my brother Tumua. So we would eat a lot of chicken. You know, we make a lot of chicken at my house or his house. And I always peel off the skin to my chicken. I don't eat the skin. Well, I used to not eat the skin. Yeah, our neighbor or the aipa more, I just no one. memories I always remember. Every time I would put my skin up, he says, you know, to give it to you. You'll eat it. So later on in life, I found out what else missing. You know, Tumo was right. That's where all the flavor is in the, you know, the skin of the chicken. That's where, you know, just our sleepovers and so the beauty of our village, you know, growing up in Mapusanafo was, man, this village turned us into athletes and dancers. And yeah, it seemed like it made me a better dancer, you know, because Mapusanga always made an excuse to have a dance. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's not a holiday. You know, it's like, you know, Akamangale, let's have a dance, and you know, so speaking of, so Tumua, as we all heard from his brother Fingisi, or our brother Fingisi, so he was an athlete, you know, he was an athlete, he was a dancer, he was a choreographer. We did a lot of dance routines, as some of us remember, you know, for all of our church functions and activities. We did a lot of, and he was always the guy that choreographs our dances. You know, I don't know if y'all remember the Heavy D and the Cabbage Patch and all that, you know, that was our time, you know, so he would choreograph, and that was one thing, you know, I was low-key jealous of Stumer about. You know, he's still my man's in there, but I was low-key jealous of that. And Stumer was the type of guy that would learn it. We all know he learns things so quick. Like, as far as dances, he's a natural. So I remember, like, you can teach him a new dance move will come out, and everybody will try to, you know, to learn this dance, and Stumer learns it in like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? So I remember him trying to teach me how to do the heavy D, you know, because it was part of our dance routine, and he got frustrated with me, and I was frustrated with him, you know. But yeah, just those are the memories of I have of him. And also, basketball was, as far as sports, it was our first love, you know. My brother Stumer and I, we played a lot of basketball. We played a lot of one-on-ones ever since we knew how to dribble the basketball. We've shared a lot of losses and wins on the court, both in church ball and high school. Well, more wins than losses. You know, we were pretty dangerous on the court, put it that way. You know, with somebody that you play with since you were 6, or since you were able to learn this game, you know, we knew what each other would do during the game. Like, when Stumer does this, I know to do this. So that's what it was, you know. So yes, Stumer was an athlete. And believe it or not, growing up, I was the chubby one. Stumer was always my skinny friend that you know, we always go around, and so, but you know, I guess that's all the more that he likes to eat, you know, and all that Hawaiian food. But so basketball and a lot of sports like volleyball was a big part of our lives. I remember Uncle Sio and Auntie Fioma one time had to fly to New Zealand for a following holiday. And that same week, I ran away from home. You know, my dad was the bishop at the time at our ward. Me and him didn't see eye to eye, you know, and might have had something to do with the word of wisdom or something of that nature. So everybody knew, everyone in my family knew where I was going to be. You know, that's where I'm going to. So I ran away for about a couple weeks. And the thing that I noticed about Stumer was, so he his older, Taimasa is the oldest, we call him Stai. And then there's Tumua, and there's Finisi. And then that was me. But every morning, this guy he was working at from La Papa at Ace, so our scratches, lumber store. The one thing I learned that I think back and know, I wish I had the work ethic that Tumua has. So we would have fun throughout the night, no parents at home. And in the morning, Tumua wakes up, puts on his work clothes, and he would go to work. While his older brother, me, myself, his other brother, and I guess he would stay home and wait for him to get off. Every day, Tumua would get off, and he would always come with 2 pisutos, and there would be other people. He would always bring us 2 pisutos. He took care of us. He didn't murmur, or he just did it. With us just staying home, not doing nothing, waiting for him to get off and bring us some food was, that showed me at that time of the type of person that he is and what he is going to, the legacy that he leaves now, all started from, those moments. He didn't have to do it. He didn't have to go to work. He just barely graduated high school. But he chose to do it. Like you guys hear our brother thing is, he talk about him wanting to go work at the canneries and, start his. Yeah, that was the type of person he was. Like, he wanted to help out his family. Whenever it was in need, I needed a place to stay. I was there. It's automatic. It's like that, So, there's so many things I want to talk to you guys about. My brother Stumer. We had our own, little handshake throughout high school. We keep it gangster sometimes. So there were times throughout the last few years we would make trips to Hawaii, and Tumua never failed to come see us. Come to see his namesake, his nephew Tumua, and all of us. And I just wanted to tell a little funny story, so with me and Tumua, even though there will be times that we won't see each other for years, once we meet up again, it's like we continue on, like right where we left off, So, and with a funny story, I went back in 2000. I did 3 years in the military, and I went back to Samoa, and I met up with Stumer and all his brothers. Taimasa was there, and I think my older brother was there, and a bunch of village friends. So we would always, every time we would hang out, me and Stumer would always stand together. Talk our Compton talk, what I'm saying, blood, like this, things like that. Sty and everybody else would never get a chance to get something to say, like get a word in with us, because we're, just talking to each other, doing our, feel the oldies that you own, my mom would have feel. So the one saying that I will always remember, our older brother Taimasa saying, he got so frustrated one night, alcohol may have been involved, but that's not important. He said, man, this is why, well, he said it in Samoa, he said, if you go for a truck, I might miss out, because you know me, that's just how we are, you know, we just like to talk and catch up, reminisce, and, you know, like I said, we do our little, you know, our little McDonald's talk, you know, if I'm elderly, will. But, you know, so last week I found out, sorry, I don't want to take up too much time, but I found out from last week, a couple of days after Stumer's passing, that they were living in Vegas. You know, this whole time I thought he was still in Hawaii. You know, I haven't been the best friend or best brother to my Uso. Our family's been coming to Vegas within the last 3 months, about at least 3 or 4 times. And, you know, if I would have checked up on him and find out where he was, or, you know, we would have spent, you know, our last time, you know, together. So if there's anything that I can leave with you, my brothers and sisters, is don't take life for granted. Life is short. Don't be like me and be that friend. Check up on your friends. Check up on your peoples. You know, check up on your family. You know, if there's any animosity or ill feeling that you have towards anyone or family members, this is what I've learned, and I'm pretty sure we've all learned this, that, you know, life is short. Please. Gandhi once said that if you have any animosity towards another person or ill feeling, it's like you drinking poison and expecting that person to, you know, to die from it. So I just want to take this time to say I love everyone. I love you, Stumer. I love you, Mauso, Ike, and Bud. You know, thank you for being my brother, for being a loyal friend. I love you, and and I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.